Hi all. Oh, KDE. KDE. What can I say? So, a couple of days ago, I posted an early look or review at KDE 5.25. And I did it on OpenSUSE, Tumbleweed, really great. And in the last 3 days, give or take, in the Arch repos, thankfully, 5.25 is out and available, and I've been using it for the last couple of days. And, you know, before I give you my verdict, I'm sure at this point a lot of people have realized I really like KDE. I've always liked KDE for years. Heck, I started with KDE. I still like even Qt. Heck, I mean, you can see even on my own machine here, on my Endeavour OS running KDE. Like, it's really great. What can I say since the upgrade? Well, before the upgrade, everything was running smoothly. I had no errors, no bugs, nothing. Since upgrading to 5.25, what have I had? I've had slow performance. I've had console terminal takes forever to load. I've had random applications crashing. I've had increased memory usage. I've had just an unpleasant experience. Now, I'm not actually going to blame KDE for that, for the simple fact of it is a new release, it is a new rollout, and if you want to use bleeding edge technology or bleeding edge software, this is the type of thing you're going to get, and especially if you use something like Arch. I mean, it's just a reality, and it is a big upgrade for KDE. Having said that, though, I thought, you know what? Let me go and take a look at, just online. Maybe I'm the only person that's experienced it, etc. And looking a little bit on Reddit, I came across especially another Arch user also complaining about terminal being slow. Uh, quite interesting. And then I just checked and just some general 5.25 bugs. And of course, like everything else, you're going to get bugs. I mean, that's just to be expected. Had a couple of other people on another site, OMG Ubuntu, complaining also about this rendition of Plasma. I'm having a couple of stability issues. Uh, Even, of course, a couple of bugs coming up. And there's bugs in every software. So, I mean, let's be honest. But I will say this. It definitely seems to be something that's not playing really nicely at the moment with 5.25 and at least with Arch. So I just suspect in a couple of days, there'll probably be more releases, it'll probably be more stable, and I'm sure everything will be fine. Right now, though, my advice is to stay away from 5.25 if you're on Arch, and at least wait until further updates. In my situation, though, what am I going to do? Well, it's difficult. So, before you ask, how much of KDE do you use? Well, for example, I'm one of those people where I actually use my different activities. So you can see I have different activities, different wallpapers, different application shortcuts for different stuff that I use. So I use KDE Plasma extremely heavily. So right now, for me personally, I probably have two options. I can either use GNOME or a couple of other interfaces, which I have nothing against them. They're just not my cup of tea. Or what I might have to do is try either doing a bit of a rollback, or possibly if I do a new installation of Arch or an Arch based OS, perhaps with the latest Plasma already from there, then I won't have these issues. So, yeah, really, really sad to have these random issues coming up. Um, Again, don't know what's been causing it. Does seem to be a few people online having it, but I have to say, from an aesthetics point of view and appearance point of view, this I mean, 5.25 is absolutely, I think, really excellent. Uh, Love the additional little features. Although I am going to be very honest with you, I do kind of find the floating dock a bit of a waste. I say that because as you can see, if you're on an interface and you don't have anything that's full screen, you can see the bottom. If you go into something where you do see the full screen, you can see it covers it. And really, I don't know what I expected, but I think I expected a bit more from these floating bars. In any case, I'm sure more info is going to come there. I've also been having the weirdest issues at times with this overlay screen. Fortunately, it's actually working now, but it doesn't always seem to be working. So some really, really random stuff that's been happening. I don't have a touchscreen, so I can't use that. And of course, my activities. What I also found as well is some of my dedicated shortcuts with Kwin have stopped working, which is really, really weird. Don't know why. The shortcuts are still set. Some of them are lost. Most of them are kept, but it just doesn't seem to work anymore. So I don't understand that. I'm actually really disappointed with that because some of these take, as you know, quite a long time to reset up. So anyway, it is what it is. So sorry to say, but yeah, my advice if you're using it, stay away and perhaps you've got different experience at the moment with KDE. You know, just on a closing note, I will say with 5.24 and 5.23, I literally had little to no issues. So I'm sure this is just a couple of bugs that need to be ironed out. And yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.